welcome back to my channel. This is Becky. I want to take a second to just kind of clarify some things. I get really sick of rumors and gossip and all kinds of bullshit that goes on with humanity, which is why I don't even like being on this planet, but I signed up for this in order to help humanity get through the ascension process and help elevate collective consciousness and help raise the vibration. So I get it that I signed up for this. I'm not a victim and, la 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 la. I'm a leader of the new earth. I get it. But when I have so many people that are focused on my sexuality, that it prevents me from doing my godly work here, then I get mad. I get frustrated. And then I want to fight. And then it gets ugly. So I try very nicely to repeatedly put boundaries in place. I don't want sex. I don't want to date anyone. Okay? I am so sick of these questions bombarding, okay? I am celibate. That is not changing. It's not. I am here to work. I have been defending my honor my entire life, and I'm done defending it against men who cannot accept no, and women who are jealous and envious and lie. I am not after anybody's man or woman or kids or dogs or whatever, okay? I am here to help people awaken the consciousness, right? Open their third eye. And all I'm getting is attack after attack after attack after attack. I get it. That's how you become a good leader. But when I have so freaking many dumping their crap into this vessel and I have to cleanse and cleanse and cleanse and cleanse, that I can't even make money to have clean water. That's why I want out of this country. I am so tired of men and women trying to make me dead because I won't have sex with them, or I won't believe what they believe, or I won't do what they want me to do. Guys, enough. I'm not on the market. I am God's vessel who is fed up. Now, I finish this video, and then I'm going to go for a walk to try to clear my energy again. I need out of this country. Because we're going to talk about psychopath warning signals. Because they're everywhere in America. They're everywhere. It's normal. Psychopaths everywhere. The definition of a psychopath is someone who uses someone for short-term gratification. Now we've got two types of human beings. We've got the one-night stand human being, and we've got the long-term committed relationship human being. Then we might ask, what are the personality characteristics of the people in those beings? Okay? Let's go to the short-term one-night stand sequential relationship types. This is not me. The next man who tries to get in my DM, I swear to God, I don't need any more dick pics. I don't even like the junk looking at me in person, let alone in pictures. Let's go to the short-term one-night stand. They are psychopathic, narcissistic, Machiavellian, and sadistic. They hunt women who say no. All one-night stand people might not start out that way, but they'll end up that way. You can't use yourself or other people for short-term gratification. You can't. God's watching. You might say, I'm not like that. I just like sex. Yeah, but if you practice that for years, are you not going to become what you practice? Now, I am in the camp long-term committed relationships. I can't help it if the men can't create a container where we can both have our needs met. And then after so much time, I give a year of dating, because it's not even dating. We'll go into that in another video. I give a year where I get to observe somebody before I decide I want to be in a committed relationship with that person. And believe me, then I'm still testing them to see how they're going to treat me, how they're going to act. And guess what? I will pull the carpet out from under them in a heartbeat if they don't show respect, love, kindness, grace, everything that I'm looking for. I'm not here to play games. I don't like the game. I'm here to rewrite the game. Back to the ancient ways where we courted, where we actually got to know each other, where we actually controlled the human body properly. I apologize for all this hostile energy, but okay, I am in the long-term camp, okay? Love is not loaned, and it is not owned, which is why I don't know that I will ever get married again. I did it once, and it almost killed me, and I got court restraining orders to show. I don't know that I can trust another human being on this planet to ever legally tie myself to again. So anybody who has this fantasy in their head that I am their wife, knock it off. There is a finite number of times that you will watch the sunset, people. You don't know that number, but it exists. You just don't know it yet. We're always losing everyone all of the time. And that's why to love anything is insane. People want to cling to me like I'm their life vest or their safe boat in the ocean of storms. I'm not. You're dragging me under, and I cut you loose. And that's why to love anything is insane. You have to be detached. To love anything is to expose yourself to the inevitability of losing it. When people try to put me in a chokehold, all that's going to do is make me go self-defense mode. Be a man who cultivates an environment where a woman can thrive. She won't have to claw, kick, scream, and fight to get away from you. When you hug someone, the fact that you're there and you're hugging them, close your eyes and think about what would it be like if they died and this is the last time that you're hugging them before you let go of their body and it's taken away. And then remember that they are alive and that you are hugging them. Too many people take life for granted, and it is not guaranteed to me or you. And you don't have the right to take it away from somebody. How do you not, right now, just breathe that in every chance you have? Because you don't know how many more times you'll have. Love is not permanently gifted. My presence is not required in your life. It's a gift. And if you take advantage of it, it's gone forever, never to return. Because you don't know how many more times you'll have. And I don't tolerate crap anymore. Love is loaned. It is borrowed. It is shared. If you don't treat it with care and concern and you don't cultivate that seed, it dies. It's terrifying to know that, like, things going on like this, just as you can tell, it breaks my heart. And it's hard for me to just let it be, because this is the type of toxic, unhealthy patterns that lead to murder and suicide and abuse, because people cannot control their passions of wanting what I want, and I don't care if you like it. Well, guess what? You don't have the right to take away somebody else's free will. You don't have the right to press your sexual urges on another human being. You don't have the right in your head to say that you are God and what you think about has to happen. That is not how it works. That's a warlock. That's a witch. That's demonic. I don't care if you go to church and you look like nice with your little button-up tie, with your little suit, and you're all slicked back hair, and everybody's like, oh, he puts thousands of dollars into the church. I don't care. It's still warlock, witchcraft, bullcrap. We have got to get spiritual people and religious people to understand that we are all connected. I don't care if you like tarot cards or not. I don't care if you read the Bible, the Quran. I don't care. None of that matters. I'm caring about life, death, saving souls, hurting children, saving the planet. My passions are so freaking cosmic, I don't even give a crap about the social shit. Okay? So, I am trying really hard to do my healing work so I can be a stable force for those that have come behind me. These 15 to 30-year-olds that are killing people. I have a bigger mission than worrying about someone's sexual gratification or getting married. So, I am sorry if that offends people, but I'm not really sorry. Just stay away from me if I'm not your tribe. Stop trying to kill what I'm trying to grow. I get it. Right now, I don't have people in the 3D actively helping me. That doesn't mean they don't want to. It means I have to get vibrationally. I have to be happy. I have to get myself in that happy brain. I gotta get it to where they just want to come in because I'm just so bubbly and happy. I'm trying to master the duality and the polarities within this vessel. But the more social shit that I have to deal with in America, the harder it becomes for me to be in my angelic form in order for the blessings to flow through me to you. Liars typically do this. The truth is simple. And this is why I only speak truth. Because there are so many liars out there that truth is really hard to find. Really hard to find. And the wisdom is really hard to find. Which is why they want me dead. And right now, all I'm doing is giving myself internally, basically boiling myself from the inside, which is not healthy, which is, again, shadow work, right? But 49 years of pent-up rage against what America does while being restricted to be forced to sit in it for 49 years takes a lot of processing to purge. And I know I'm supposed to have this fairy tale ending for all my service to humanity so far. Okay? So everybody's like, oh, you should be happy because God's blessing you. Well, it hasn't shown up in the 3D yet. Yet being the key word. Because obviously I still have healing to do before my divine counterpart can come in, because he knows that I would end up punching him in the face right now. So, I'm going to continue on my journey of self-love. And I hope whoever he is, that he's doing his work, learning his damn lessons so I don't have to teach him. Because I'm done teaching men how to be men. Unless they're paying me for lessons through a job. I'm not dating another single one of you that can't wipe your own butt. Okay. Truth is simple. But for some reason, people don't know how to speak it. If I ask you a question, you should be able to give me a yes or no answer. See, this is why I like my autistic people. I like my people. Because we don't give a crap. We're going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. And those are the people I need to be talking to. These neurotypical people, not mine. Somebody else needs to help them. My autistic people, my cosmic beings, my ascended masters in trainings, my elves, my fairies, my, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't even care if you call yourself a witch as long as you're not practicing against me. I'm here to help, not hurt. Yes, I'm an alien and I have powerful gifts. But I am not here to hurt people. Unfortunately, a lot of people are trying to hurt me. So, if I say to you, did you have pizza last night? And you say, no, I didn't have pizza. But then you turn around and say, absolutely not. I did not have that pizza. I would never have pizza. Why are you working so hard to tell me and sell me that you didn't have pizza? I just pay attention to people's responses. Another thing they do is if somebody tells this beautiful story and it sounds like a story, it probably is. The truth is messy. Our days are messy. What you want to look for are the messes, the spontaneous corrections. So if somebody is telling you the story of how their day started today and they say, yes, I woke up around 6, I got in the taxi, it took me to the office. Oh, actually, wait, before I got to the taxi, I actually had to stop by the dry cleaners to pick this up. That is a spontaneous correction. And I do that all the time. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? I did forget this one detail, because my brain, the information is circulating around and I have to pull it out and be like, oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh, that detail went before that. Which is why I jokingly will say, strike that, reverse it. Just like from Willy Wonka. Because I just share the information as it comes and then I have to sometimes reorganize it. Be like, oh yeah. They are on their own correcting it. That's how you know it's true. It's probably an indication that they're actually telling you the truth. So I am a human lie detector at this point. People don't want to believe me and they want to test my boundaries and then I get irritated and then it creates this whole big to-do. And this is why I know my limits on who I can help, how I can help, where I can help, the intention behind the help. And I'm not dealing with these people anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. This is just insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again is the definition of insanity. So I need to be reaching the higher level intellectual stratosphere in order to be making the changes that then can trickle down into the masses. And I know that sounds patronizing. I know it sounds horrible, like I'm putting people in rank, but I am intellectually, okay? Cosmically, I am. Not everybody is at my level. And when I say I'm of high spiritual rank, I'm not just trying to gain attention or make up a story or, pull the wool over somebody's eyes. I have the receipts to prove myself. And I don't want to keep proving myself. I don't need to keep proving myself. I shouldn't have to keep proving myself, which is why I don't like this country. It's set up to designed to drive people like me, and if you're my tribe, you, crazy. It's designed to drive us to unalive ourselves or somebody else. We are choosing, the chosen, are choosing to use our powers for good and not evil. And this world, people want to capture us and force us to do their bidding in an evil way. That's the problem with America. Now, I haven't got to experience other countries. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Mexico. There's other places that I want to experience to say, there's got to be a better way of doing life than the way we're doing it here. Because this is not okay. I want to see what other people are doing. And I've been to Guatemala, and I'll be honest, I love their way of life better than the American way of life. I'd rather be living in a hut on the side of a mountain with garbage everywhere than the way America is set up. That's honest God truth. How to spot brainwashing fast. The formula spells out the word fear, which stands for focus, emotion, agitation, and repetition. And this is what people do. They want to invade your mental body. They want to send telepathic messages. They want to use spell work to go into your crown chakra. They want to block your third eye. So you're doing all these spiritual battles without even knowing it. And you're just trying to survive. And you're just trying to make money to feed your baby, or you're just trying to walk to the laundromat to do some laundry, and you're having to do all these spiritual battles at the same time. There has to be other countries that don't live like this. There has to be other countries where people are safe to just be. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If I'm really trying to spot some kind of conditioning, I'd tell people to be more on the lookout for conditioning brainwashing. So what is being done to grab my focus? And the number one thing is novelty. I'm going to give you a series of something that is not expected and something you're going to need to resolve the outcome of on a very regular basis. And the psychological principle behind this is called I'm going to say this wrong, I know it, the Zeigarnik effect. I think that's it. It's our brain's natural tendency to need to understand the conclusion of something. I'll admit, I don't like the unknown. Because for 49 years, the unknown has not been good to me. It has not been good to me. Now, I do know that spiritually, I have learned enough lessons to be at a very powerful state of being. But this vessel does not like the human experience. It really does not like the human experience. So, this Zeigarnik effect, it's our brain's natural tendency to need to understand the conclusion of something. Then we have the emotional part. And if I'm being triggered emotionally, somehow that's a huge warning. And that's what I know that I know my power. I know what I offer. I know the package it's delivered in. I know powerful men want this vessel. But I also know powerful men with ill intentions want this vessel. And I would rather unalive than be used for the devil. Now, Godly men, I would love to connect with, and I understand that you're not wanting probably to get involved with someone who is this emotional still when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex. I am not holding anything in my past against anybody who's going to enter my life. If you're entering my life now, I know it's going to be for a godly reason, and that I can trust myself. I might not be able to trust you, but I can trust myself to know how to navigate in the situation. God's bringing me opportunities, and I'm supposed to say yes or no. I've been searching out opportunities, but every time I search out an opportunity, devil gets involved, and then I'm like, okay. So I have no choice but to be in full surrender, and right now my number one job is to get rid of this hostility from this vessel that has been pressure cookered for 49 years. And I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job of doing it, considering. However, there is still work to go to continue purifying out of this. And honestly, I don't think sitting here making these videos is going to do it. I need to move forward in my mission, moving forward in the mission. And I got men who want to hold me back. And I'm ready for the godly men to put those men in place and make a way where there seems to be no way for me to help people. Because my visions of the future, you guys are all going to be blindsided about how bad it's about to get. Because you don't have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. My tribe who's here is like, yes, I know something's going on. I know, I feel that I got the spidey senses, and I don't like those spidey senses. I want to know what you know. So you're going to schedule that free consultation at homeandzacconsulting@gmail.com. We'll talk about your situation and how I might be able to help. Okay? Because believe me, I'm not projecting this anger and outward just for no reason. Like, it needs to be processed, because I still have men with lots of money who think that they are going to be in control over me, and they are not. They are not. God controls this vessel. God alone. Okay. I tell people to be more on the lookout of the conditioning of brainwashing. So what is being done to grab my focus? And the number one thing is novelty. I'm going to give you a series of something that is not expected and something you're going to need to resolve the outcome of on a very regular basis. Oh, okay. Sorry. See, this is why I don't like emotions. I really don't. I really don't. But I am in a female body, and that's part of the baggage. So... let's see here. Okay. When we have an emotional part, if I am being triggered emotionally, somehow that's a huge warning. But if I have a lot of focus, there's emotion, and then in between that emotion, there's agitation. Well, there's some kind of agitating in that person's life in some way to make their brain consistently think this is a brand new. I can use this technique on myself, but we can also learn to spot it in the environment around us. Okay? Brainwashing is happening all day long. It's the advertisers use certain colors in order to trigger certain signals to your subconscious. Aesthetics, like they brainwash on every level. So if that's something that you're not aware of and you want to talk about it, feel free to reach out to me and see if you match with me as far as moving forward in some future sessions where we can talk. One last little story to share is the harsh truth about self-love. This is the hardest lesson that I'm having to learn, is just to sit here, shut up, and focus on myself in order to be able to move forward in this business of helping others. But as the astral around me is getting cleaned out and people are being ejected from my life left and right and out of my energetic field as quickly as they try to latch on like leeches. And I know they're hurting people. I get it. But when you are the person who really is the victim, and I hate to say that I'm a victim, I don't feel like a victim, but from the outside looking in, I am repeatedly the victim. who has to turn the other cheek and turn the other cheek and turn the other cheek. And I'm really done with it. I'm really, really done with it. Like, really done with it. So, the harsh truth about self-love. Imagine that at the beginning of your life, you were given a human and you were told that you only have one job. You have to take care of this human. Most of us have not realized that that's our job. We finish our parenting, we were raised by someone else, we go out into the world, we start looking for someone else to show up for us. And even me now, I'm like, can someone please relocate me? Because like every time I try to make money, somebody steals it from me. So I can't even move myself because somebody's stealing things quicker than I can move forward. And I'm like, Lord, stop giving me gifts then. Like, if they're just going to keep stealing them and I can't use them for the kingdom, then just end the vessel. Like, just end the mission. Like, be done with this. Because me trying to create the mission while everybody is trying to be stupid? Sorry. I know. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Healing. This isn't helpful. Okay. Most of us have not realized that the only job we have to do is take care of ourselves. But we are human. The only person who's truly here to take care of you is you. And when you wake up in the morning and you say, what would I do today if I was taking care of my human? The answer is completely different to what we do most days when we beat ourselves up, when we put ourselves around toxic people or people who don't treat us well. And this is the big mistake, that loving ourselves isn't a feeling, it's a job. You don't even have to like yourself today to love yourself. Loving yourself today is your job. And we have to start taking that job seriously. I need people to stop trying to make me their source of energy and life force and motivation. Okay? I'm not Marilyn Monroe. I can switch my energy the way she does, absolutely. She was miserable. Miserable. And I've already been violated when I had surgery and was under anesthesia. And no repercussions were done because I had no proof. Why would I want to be up in stardom when I know that same crap is going to happen at a higher level than it's happened at this level? So, do I have issues with socioeconomic class? Yes, I do. Do I have issues with money and status? Yes, I do. I'm not going to deny that because I have been at the bottom time and time again to rise to the challenge and rise to the challenge, and I rise to the challenge, and now I can show you how to do it for yourself. But nobody is going to ride on my coattails. Nobody. And my tribe will feel the exact same way. So, I'm going to go do my shadow work, do some journaling, get myself under control. I really am grateful that you guys understand that I'm not projecting this at you. That I'm just trying to find a way to get the message clear to anybody who thinks that they are going to capture, control another human being ever again. It's not happening. It's not happening. The light has won. And anybody that's still in darkness, you're being purged from the planet. This is going to be heaven on earth again. We are getting rid of all demonic forces back into the astral. You won't have a vessel to F around and find out anymore. And that's not me making threats. That's not me doing anything behind the scenes. That's me as a voice for the voiceless, as a messenger from God to deliver to the people that God is done watching us betray each other, rape each other, murder each other. It's the same crap for eons and eons and eons. Can we please do something different? That's my whole thing. Can we please do something different? Because this on repeat of patriarchal bullcrap, caveman mentality, I can't. I will move to another country and then I will just set up shop over there and be received rather than tortured and tried to be killed here. So I'm just gonna end this now because I already know people are gonna be ranting. That's even if they let this stuff air. I know they've got my algorithms all messed up so people can't hear me and see me. Anyway, you gotta laugh in the devil's face. But you also can't let those emotions sit inside your vessel, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm getting it out. Trying to get my audience to see that I am just like you. I'm sick of the crap just like you. And it's time that we put God back into everything that we say and do. And if that makes me hated and feared and whatever, fine. I'll be like Joan and Arc. Go ahead. Set me on fire. Light me up. Because I can't live this way anymore. I just can't. It's asinine. It just really is. So, on that note, I'm going to leave, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Have a great day.